Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez phantastitches. Here with my update, my Flosstube update number 331. Today is April 27th. Happy birthday, Hannah. Should have watched this. And today, it's the end of April, and coming up now are the new WIPGO numbers. So I'm going to talk about that and talk about a little bit of stitching that I've been doing and so on and so forth. So, I hit my goals for the Swans. That was the only thing I had left to do for WIPGO from this past month. In April, the numbers were, let's see if I've got them written down here. I've marked April, yeah. The Woodpecker was a new start, and the Swans, and those are both Cottage garden samplings, Year in the Woods. So the Woodpecker, I don't have the chart here with me, but I've shown that before. So I worked on that for a few days. And then the Swans, the goal was 7 days, and I hit that goal. I want to say I didn't stitch on Tuesday, so probably Wednesday. So then I did a little bit more beyond that. And then also in April, the Rabbit April that I finished, and the Ferret, which I showed last time because it was almost done. So so here the Swans I did, and that is here. Sorry about all the wrinkles, but stuff. So I worked on the cabin, and I was gonna finish it, and I haven't finished it because I thought that I have the lighter color for in the very inside of the windows. It's this yellowish beigeish color here that I did the outline with. That's like the inside of the windows, and then the little frame of the windows and the door are a darker color. And I thought I had it in my project bag for this, and I don't. I just look for it, find it. But I did all the outline of the Swans. You can kind of see this faint thing here. And so today I've been working on filling in. There's a loose thread here because I didn't finish the stitch properly. But so this little section is white, and then all of this is white, and then the other Swan's neck is down to here is white. And then there's other colors in here. There's some of this gold color that goes along here, and a little bit of white that goes in between here and here, and the rest of that is gold. And then there's another color, a bluish color, that goes in here and in here. So all this stuff, like I said, there's a couple of lines of white, and the rest is that gold color, and then the white here, and then there's like some individual like puddle things to show the lake that they're floating on. And then of course there's lots of stuff up here, but so I almost finished the Swans, and really with the month, there's a few more days. Today is the 27th, so 28th, 29th, and 30th. So I may do a little bit more. Certainly I'll maybe finish the white of this one Swan, just so that. And I'll get back to that in just a second. So that would complete my April WIPGO goals. So the new numbers were announced for WIPGO, and the number 13 is the middle square of the chart. And so some people, a lot of people use a free space for that square, and that allows them to either not stitch for, not use it, not have a goal for that box, or do whatever they want for that box because it's a free space. whatever. But I have a project listed for that number. So because that was called, 2 other numbers are called. So I have 3 WIPGO things, and there's, you know, a secondary WIP and a main WIP for each square. So I have my work cut out for me for this month. But also, before I get to WIPGO, I want to talk about Mother's Day, which is coming up May 12th. So I've been working little by little on this this chart, Mother by New York Dreamer, Isaiah Gladstone of New York Dreamer. And there's, you know, certain information that I wish was in here, like about these, they look like fabric buttons or clay buttons that are on here. On the chart, this little stem just ends, and nothing. There's nothing to indicate what you're supposed to do. There's nothing in the chart about the charms. The chart is just on the inside of here, and it's just strictly, you know, stitching. It says, you know, hope, give, love, whatever, and there's nothing about those flowers or whatever that is. It's some kind of, I don't know if that's some kind of medallion. It's certainly not stitched. So, yeah. So anyway, all I have left really is one row of these little symbols, and then all the backstitch words, and then something to do with those, about those flowers. So this is where I am with this, and I'm not crazy about this linen. It's a very loose weave. It's nice. It's pretty. It's a pretty color, but it's a very loose weave and kind of a little bit hard to work with because of that. Because the needle tends to, like, if I don't hold on to it, it falls out of there, and, you know. But so, like I said, all I have left to do are the words, and then this is where those flowers go. One here and one here. So, and like I said, on the chart, there's no indication of anything of what you should put there, what, you know. And same thing with that medallion thing, whatever that is. It's not on here, so I'm not going to use that. But I have, I've talked about this before, a Chessie and Mead chart that had what was called a Tudor rose, and you stitch the, like, 5 kind of spokes, and then you weave under those spokes with your piece of thread until you just have spiraled up to cover those spokes, so it makes a little 3D kind of flower. So I think that's what I'm going to do in place of those, and then again, you know, so hopefully I'll be able to finish it. Mother's Day is May 12th, so I'm hoping that I can finish this on that day. So then the other thing I did was I just kind of got a wild hair, because I have, like, I have other, like, all of this Year in the Woods charts. I have like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 4 project bags, I think, that have like this, you know, a project bag with this piece of fabric in it, and the charts for the first 3, for instance, on this one. The fox, the swans, and the jackrabbit are the first 3. And so they're all in that project bag. So anyway, I have all the project bags for that series. And then I also have a couple of project bags for the rabbit series, because I've been doing, you know, one of the rabbits each month or whatever. And then all of the Year in the Woods charts are on my WIPGO board, either as a WIP or as a new start. So anyway, I have all of those things kind of handy, but I also had this Black Cat Season by Lindy Stitches, and I had the bag sitting there, and I finished the first 3 charts, and this is chart number 4, and I hadn't worked on it in ages and ages. So I think all year, since the beginning of the year, I haven't worked on it. I don't think, or maybe just a little bit. So this word beware, I had it, the black all but finished except for the top of the E here. And I had not yet done this orange color. These are all Weeks Dye Works colors. And so I worked on it just the other day, just yesterday. Yeah, I just, pulled it out and was working on it. And so I did the autumn leaves color, outlining this word beware. And I put these, this is deadly and this says fierce. And so there's like 2 more rows of this green color that go here to they're supposed to be like shutters for the window, I think. And then this this word gets outlined in green also. And then the majority of the stitching is just this window, the curtains and the window pane and the cat. And then it's just words after that. So hopefully, excuse me, sneeze. Try not to sneeze. Maybe I can work on it a little more. Excuse me, 1 minute. Okay. So anyway, like I said, I kind of got a wild hair and just did a little bit of work on that. And yeah, because I was kind of bored of the swans. So my number 5 for WIPGO is May Rabbit, and the Jardin Prive chart called Un Lapin dans mon jardin. That's my fake French. It means a rabbit in my garden. So, excuse me. So, the main thing is the Jardin Prive chart, rabbit in my garden. And there's a little, it's a snow globe kind of thing. There's a rabbit and some carrots. He's sitting down eating those, chewing on those carrots. There's a little snail and a bird, very cute. Well, so I started this. Oh, there's a ladybug here too, I think. And a dragonfly. There's another one. There's another one. Butterfly. These are butterflies. That's the dragonfly. So anyway, it's just really cute. So I think I started this last May for Vinniey. I had a bunch of things that had just a little bit of start on them. So this one, I just did a little bit of the branch. And I think it goes like this. Yeah, this is like the center. So I did a center start. So yeah, this is just the branch of the tree. Didn't get much. So I'm hoping that I can, even though there's 3 projects, there's 4 weeks in May. So I'm hoping I can get a little bit more of this tree done and maybe get some leaves in there. And I'd like to get that rabbit in there if I can. So, and these are all, yeah, I guess they're all DMC colors. Yeah. So that should be nice. So, a rabbit in my garden. The designer for this is Nathalie Cichon. Cichon. Anyway, that's number 5. And then the May Rabbit is the secondary chart for this. And I'm partway through it. I have to do, 2 rabbits here and 2 rabbits there. And then the flowers. And the middle of it is a little complicated here, but it goes pretty quickly. Hold on 1 second. so I did one of these flowers in the corner, and then, you know, just a bunch of little details, I guess. But hopefully, you know, that'll go pretty quickly. And we'll see how much time I have to put in. But I'd like to get at least the other rabbits done. We'll see. But this piece of fabric is sharing. This is the November chart. Goes like that, I guess. Ouch. Yeah. But it's for another time. But for now, yeah, I'm just doing the May one for this month. And then, so my number 13 is the other number. 5, 13, and 19 are the numbers that were called. So the secondary chart for number 13 is Starry Night. This is a Prairie Schooler, chart. And I've talked before about how I started this one, and I think I just did the black in this. I didn't get down to the donkey or anything. It was just, I did Joseph and part of Mary. I don't think I did the blue color. I think I was just doing the black. And I did the, you know, the town and part of the sky. I didn't do the gold yet in this sky. But I think what I'll do, you know, last week I talked about I had bought some fabric at Michael's, a thing of Lugana and a thing of Irish linen. And they're both 28 count, both 20 by 24 inches, the fabric, which is a little bigger than the most of the fabric that I have, which is, most of it is like 15 by 18. So it's a little bit bigger. So I need to do some calculations, because these are not on 32 count fabric, which is what these models are done on. They're 2.5 by basically 4.5 inches in size. So with 28 count, they'd be a little bit bigger than that. And but I want to do like a sort of tea dyed or coffee dyed color. So I could use the Irish linen, but I think it might be a little on the dark side for what I want. I think I may just do like a coffee dye of the white fabric that I have and darken it up a little bit, because I had started this on 22 count Hardinger, and I wasn't real happy with, you know, it's one of those that you have to be careful, because the thread wants to slip under the weave, and and I was doing, I think I was doing 1/2, but it was, you know, it was kind of tiny. And yeah, and I think I would be happier with the even weave, the aspect of the Lugana that I have. So so I may just restart them. So the number 1, I don't know if I'll restart that right away. My on the chart, I just put arbitrary numbers because they're not numbered or anything like that. So so when it came up last time in March, I had written number 2, but I just worked on what I called number 1 because that's the first one. I think it's the first one in this booklet. Sorry, I don't want to show the back because it has a chart. Yeah, it's the first one in the booklet. And so this, the one with this one, baby Jesus in the manger, and then there's a cow and a donkey, is the next one in this chart, right? This is 1, this is 2, basically, the way they're in the booklet. And then the angel and the town and the wise men are 3, 4, and 5. And on the back, 6 and 7, this is 6, this is 7. But if I don't redo this one right away, I'll probably do this one next, just because. But anyway, so that's my secondary whip for number 13. The other one for number 13 is my own design, Come Thou Fount. This is kind of washing out a little bit because you can't really see the words. But this is the hymn, Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace, streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. And it goes on from there. It's all 3 verses of the song. And this hymn, I actually designed it, I want to say 2017, 2018. I finished it in 2018 and took it to the brag table for at Stitch Shenanigans. The first Stitch Shenanigans. The second one was canceled by the pandemic, but the first one was in 2019. And so my original design for this, it was the first time I think I had designed anything. And so the water of the fount, here's the fount, and this is the water, and it was just really a basic, blue just border, and I wasn't really happy with it. And the lettering here, it's really pretty to look at, but I borrowed it from some other chart that I had, so it's not my own original design. But then so it goes on, and there's some sheep in the grass, and good shepherd, and yeah. So that was my original design, but I wasn't happy with it because of various things, like the water especially, and the fact that it was not my font, wasn't my writing, whatever. So I redid the water and the font for the lettering. Just now when I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, the A's on here they look like D's a little bit. So I might redo them, I don't know. But so, yeah, so I just redid it a little bit, and yeah. So like I said, I redesigned it and restarted it, and I have a lot of fabric here. So this is all that I've started. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the fountain. I think is over here somewhere, because this goes way over here. This is the left hand corner, so the fountain goes somewhere in here. I don't know, but that's all that I got started on it. After redesigning, I don't even know where I got this giant piece of fabric from. But I dyed it myself. I don't know if I chose this pinky color or if it's avocado dyed. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, that Come Thou Fount is my number 13 chart. So then for number 19, I have another of these Cottage Garden Samplings, Year in the Woods charts, the Jackrabbit. So when I first worked on this, I just got these 2 flowers. And so I'm hoping to go down a little bit so that I can maybe do this cabin, and do these little floret things and get to the actual Jackrabbit. Or I could go down and do all the flowers and then start with his tail and then go up. But I kind of like to go across this way. So yeah, to get to the actual Jackrabbit, and instead of doing just all this stuff on the side. I would like to get that cabin done just because, just because. So this would be on this same thing that has the swans, but here is where the Jackrabbit would go. And so I'd kind of like to finish the border part too, just because, just to have it, in there. But so this is as far as I got. It was just the beginning of the chart. Just these flowers right here, just about that much. So I'm hoping to get more done. This one also has a goal of 7 days. I think they're all, yeah, all of those three main ones, the Rabbit in the Garden, Come Thou Fount, and this one, the Jackrabbit, all have a goal of 7 days. So that's 3 weeks out of May. Yeah, but the Bible study and orchestra rehearsal that you ate up most of my Tuesday are finished. We had our final concert of this semester last Tuesday, and Bible study ends this coming Tuesday, the 30th. 30th? Yeah, the 30th is our last Bible study session for the semester until the fall. So my Tuesdays will be free in May, and I'm not really doing Mania. I think just because I have so much stitching to do. If I do Mania, I don't know, I might do just a little bit, just a few hours every day or something. I don't know. I haven't decided, but anyway, the Jackrabbit then is my number 19. And try not to have a crap-a-lanche here. So the secondary whip for number 19 is Sleepy Hollow. And this is and I don't have a picture. I thought I had it somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's on my computer, I guess, still. But this was a stitch-along, a mystery stitch-along from Tiny Modernist, I believe. And you could finish it either as one piece, as a sort of sampler kind of thing, right? There's 4 different sections, and you could do it all together as one piece, or you could do it individually as drums. So for the drums, there's in amongst the charts, there's like a topper, a round topper that goes with each section, right? So I finished number 1 some time ago. And then number 2 is almost finished. It lacks the stems, the pumpkin stems. I think there's probably some back stitching associated with those because of the vines or whatever on the pumpkins. And then there's another color of green, that goes in all these blank spaces. And there may be a few other little details like that, but for the most part, this is number 2. So technically on my chart is number 3, which would go here. So there's fabric enough to do number 3 and number 4. And so I haven't even done like the border or anything for number 3. So I could either do number 3, start number 3, or I could finish number 2. And I might do that because since I have 3 WIPGO charts to do, and I think the number 3 Sleepy Hollow, number 2, the Sleepy Hollow is, I don't think it's on here, now that I think about it. I think maybe I thought it was finished. Yeah, I don't think it's on here. So 3 and 4 are as new starts. So we'll see what happens. And I haven't done any of the toppers. I think they'll fit on this fabric over here, but I haven't done any of them just because. So I'm hoping that maybe I'll just finish this one and do the toppers. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. This is 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. And I used Etoile on the white to make it a little bit sparkly, to make the ghosts a little sparkly. And it's charted in DMC, but also with a couple of colors. I don't know if it's Weeks Dye Works, I believe, like the purple on Dracula's Cape there, and I think the orange, one of the orange colors, are Fancy Floss, and the rest of DMC, something like that. But I used Etoile. You can really see it on these. I don't know if you could, I don't know if it comes across on camera, but I used it on everywhere there's white, just to make it a little sparklier. But anyway, so maybe I'll just finish number 2 and do, like, I don't know, some of the round topper things, just to, so that, because that's not on the chart anywhere, and that way, I can just make my life easier. Then the other day, yesterday, my sister and I went to the attic. Last time we were there, a couple weeks ago, I guess. I had ordered the thread milk Arkansas chart from there at the attic. I looked for it there. They didn't have it. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, I had a bit of a tickle in my throat. But anyway, so I had ordered the Thread Milk Arkansas Statehood series chart because they didn't have it there in the store. So I went ahead and ordered it, and my sister had ordered some fabric, and so she had gotten a call, I guess Thursday, that it was that it had come in, and so I had not gotten a call about my chart, but of course we were going to the attic, so I thought, well, on the off chance that maybe it's there, but they haven't called me yet, if it's already there, I can pick it up, whatever. So but she was there to get the fabric she had ordered, and she came across. She had been wanting to get the chart Maggie May, and I can't remember now off the top of my head who the designer is. But it was something that came out, I think, at Nashville. There's Maggie May, and there's which is a bunny, and Hazel is a fox, and there's another one that is like a little mouse. But they're little, I think they're called the Cookie Cutter series, I think. Don't quote me on that. But they're basically like shaped designs. So the little bunny, is shaped like is the outline of the bunny. And Hazel, the little fox, is the outline of the fox. And I think it's like a pin keep chart of plus, whatever. So, or a scissor fob or whatever. So they're practical little things, but they're small little designs, and they're really cute. So anyway, she had been looking at them since Nashville, and I think the last time we were at the attic, they didn't have the Maggie May. It wasn't there, and so she was like, I don't know, but that's the one she really wanted. The others were there, but Maggie May wasn't there. So when we went yesterday, they did have Maggie May. They were in stock, and so she went ahead and grabbed that. and the two things of fabric, and I think some other chart that she saw. So she bought those things, and then she went out, and I was waiting because they were looking to see if the chart I ordered had come in or not. And but also I bought this one called Foxy the Imposter, and this is by Romy's Creations. That's about the glare there. I don't want to take it out of the plastic, but you can see there's a little fox and a chicken, and the fox is wearing a little rooster comb on top of his head, and you can see here it's tied on with a little string or ribbon, and then in his tail he has some feathers stuck in his tail, and he's saying cluck cluck with a question mark, trying to pass himself off as a chicken. And this chicken has his little mad eyebrows, and he's saying so it's just adorable. It's just really cute, and it's small. It's like 69 by 74 or something like that, you know. So it's a smaller piece, and it's all DMC. Yeah. So anyway, I was getting this and the looking to see if the Arkansas chart had come in, and so while I was sitting there, Eve came back in because she said, you know, she was, you know, kind of excited about this new pattern, about the Maggie May pattern, and so she had opened it up to look at it to see, you know, what all it called for or whatever. So she was looking at it, and she opened it up, and she saw something. She goes, "Wait, that's not in," you know. She was trying to see, well, that's not on the chart. I mean, on the picture, you know. And so she opened it up further and realized they had put the Hazel chart in the Maggie May cover, right? So like this, you know, has the picture of the thing. But the chart itself is inside, right? Inside this folded thing. And so apparently they had, you know, stuck the wrong chart inside the cover, right? So it was the Hazel Fox chart inside the Maggie May cover, you know. And so they, you know, they looked at it like, oh, it's good, it's the wrong one. And I think there were 3 or 4 Maggie May's hanging on the thing, and I think there were 3 hanging there and 2 were wrong. So, you know, so Eve was able to get the correct one, but they had to call and say, you know, call the designer, the distributor and or the designer, and say, hey, there's a little bit of a problem. Hopefully not too many of them, you know, went out to distributors or whatever that were incorrectly, you know, inserted, but you know, it's a little bit of a nightmare for the designers to have to say, "Ooh, wait a minute," and you know, because who knows how many charts went out and how many, you know, mistakes. Somebody just grabbed the wrong thing from the wrong pile and stuck them together, but you know, it's yeah, that's a little bit of a sticky situation there, but. You know, hopefully, you know, that doesn't cause too much of a headache. It wasn't too many of those charts. But anyway, so that's about all I have. I have my work cut out for me for the month of May, and we'll see what transpires in the next few days leading up to May. But so that's all I have planned. It's enough that I have planned. And we'll see how that plays out. For sure, I have 3 weeks worth of stitching that I want to get done in the month of May. And I think May, I want to say, let me look at May real quick. So there's a good 4.5 weeks of the month of May. Part of that next weekend, I'm going to be at my sister Naomi's house sitting for her, because they're going to to hear my niece, whose birthday is today. I think I said that. But she is doing a recital, her graduate recital there in Boston. And so they're going to go out there to hear her play. And then Naomi's going out a few weeks later for Hannah's graduation. So while they're in Boston, I'll be at Naomi's house. So next weekend when I do my update, it'll be from Naomi's house. And we will see how that goes. And but so maybe I can during those first like 4 days of May, I can do some of those secondary whips, and then the next 3 weeks I can work on hitting my goals for the main whips. Except one of those days is the Mother's Day thing on the 12th. So then I have basically 6 days of the last week of May. So we'll see how things go. Hopefully not. I'll get all those things taken care of. But so I think that's it. And I have to go get ready to. I have going to a concert tonight. I have some time. But by the time I get all my stuff put away. But so, yeah, I'm going to a concert tonight with the Phoenix Symphony to hear the Phoenix Symphony. And I should be, yeah. So I think that's all I have this week. And I will see you all next week. And thanks for watching. Bye.